Una le setšhaba ka morao mo. Well, lo dutse le
Yeah,
di
man.
kakapa
That's how
monna.
that's how leadership is about. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Motaung Thapelo, and I'm known as the Big Dreamer. So, leader, I've decided to invite Majita Kasia because I'm in my grandmother's and grandfather's soil. So, I've decided to invite Majita Kasi, who was trying to find a juicy part of their life, to be part of the session. So, I'm hoping and I have a belief that whatever that you're going to share with us is going to water their seeds of possibility. And let me thank each and everyone who took their time to be part of the session today. This is our sixth day of the summit, not in South Africa, but in Africa. Yes. So I'm looking forward to whatever that you prepared for us and that Amogelang. So our guest for today is Amogelang Modise, and he comes from Bloemfontein. So look, when I started the summit, yay! When I started the summit, I said long-term strategies are no longer deployable. So we need to adapt. So your vision board is a picture that drives you. So Tata Mukhalan is going to share with us the importance of having a vision board during COVID-19 and after COVID-19. Say, your platform, you can share with us.
Thank you so much. And Tate Thapelo ke lebohile. Mageng ka morao ka mo. Who's it? Away. So yeah, lebitso la ka ke Amogelang Modise. I come from Bloemfontein in the Free State. I've been involved and I've been part of such great initiatives and also worked with some great businesses and also organizations. But one of the things that I'm very passionate about is personal and enterprise development. Personal development is basically how I define it, is being so personal and selfish so much that anything we it is all centered about you becoming a better person so that you can do better things and great things in the world. Enterprise development basically is working close hand in hand with small businesses. Re sebetsa le di-business le batho ba e leng gore ba batla ba di-entrepreneur ba somile di-business wherever they are, and also because they have such great dreams ba na le toro tse digolo ba batla etsa tšhelete tse ngata, and also ba kgone go employa batho and grow the economy either of South Africa, the continent, and also global economy. But today, without wasting time, I would first like to appreciate MindThink Institute le Ntate Thapelo Motaung or invite so that re kgone go bua le our communities at large and also the rest of South Africa le batho ba e leng gore ba re joinile on such platforms so that we can share on different types of topics, such as your strategies, business, property investments, personal development. So like now we're talking about on a topic, your mindset, shifting our mindset and also our approach on how we view life and also how we look at ourselves. Without wasting any time, I would also like to thank all the speakers that have spoken before me. And today I am fortunate enough that all the speakers during the week, I'm standing on behalf of their shoulders. And if you have been joining us like since Monday till today, you will realize that these are people that they are experts, these are specialists, these are coaches, and they are leading in their own spaces. And I am here basically to just put a roof over everything that they have said. I'm going to be gathering all the information that they have said, basically compile it into one thing, which is called a vision board. So the topic that we're going to be talking about is looking beyond COVID-19. We understand that situation it is very uncertain. It brings a lot of fear, and also it brings a lot of questions on whether the dream and the vision that you have for yourself, do you see yourself continuing and getting to live it or not? Do you see yourself getting to drive that car? Do you see yourself getting married? Do you see yourself having kids? Do you see yourself building that empire in the next 10 years because of an unprecedented time that we are in now? However, I strongly believe that we have to be optimistic and be positive, irrespective of the we have to have an upbeat mindset and upbeat spirit so that when we move and continue in our daily lives, we are able to move in the direction that we desire and live the life that we want. So what we're going to be discussing is a vision board. It is basically having a poster or a picture on your wall. This is the future that you see for yourself. Whether you see a car, whether you see a business, whether you see family, whether you see going back to school, whether you see yourself getting 6 packs, whatever it is that you see that is in your future, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, that is what you believe in. And also I'm going to be taking just a bit of what other speakers were sharing during the week so that we can get to compile it as one thing. So what we're going to be talking about, basically, number one, it is what is a vision board. Number two, what does it help with when basically having a vision board. Number three, what do I need to design a vision board? And also, do I even Amogelang Modise have a vision board? Can I lay on a vision board now? Because you cannot be talking about things that you do not have, or you cannot be helping people if you yourself you're not equipped. I cannot give what I don't have, basically. Before I start with what is a vision board, I strongly believe that before having a vision board, right, there are certain questions that you need to ask yourself. The first question would be, what are my core values? What are my core beliefs? And also, you need to draft an affirmation list. I'll explain what those things are. Before I do, I will get to share a story. A few years ago, I was working at Bretna High School, and as a motivational speaker for a learning program or activity. What is this? It's a personal development program at Yabana Koskolo. So closing of the day, this kid is very quiet and confused in a space, and then Hagiakoyene is like he was in a trance. He was like sleeping. And then once I went to speak to him, he's like, "Oh no, sorry sir, I have to go." I met up with him outside, and I asked him, "Dude, what was going on with you?" And then he says to me, "Minir, I actually before you started sharing your piece as a motivational speaker, I wanted to kill someone in my class." And then Kamabodza for who is the person and why? This person has been bullying me and suppressing my emotions and also my personal concept, or a concept about myself, self-concept, like Dr. Lichuti was sharing on Monday. Self-concept. He was depressing and depriving me of my own personal self-concept, that I had enough and I wanted to kill this person. Now you have to understand that is premeditated murder. After sharing what I shared, he was like, "I don't know what to do anymore. I don't even think that I can continue with it." And then I was like, okay, the best way for me to help you is if you allow me to work with you in terms of your personal development. Number one, I'm not a psychologist. I cannot assist with such. Number two, I'm not in any or specialize in any medical space or any psychological space, but what I can do is give someone what I do have. And the person allowed me to help. So we started drafting his personal development goals and stuff. The first thing that we started doing, I asked him and advised him for him, go in your space, get home and sleep. When you wake up, have a pen and a notebook with you on your side bed. The reason why I did that is because meditation is very important. Being in your space when you meditate is like you closing everything off and you're so focused on what do you have and what do you need, and asking the right question, what do you want, like Coach Ella was sharing. And also get to answer the question of what is success to you. So he got in the space of meditation. He woke up and then he had his book, his pen and paper with him. And then the first thing that I said he should do, the next thing that I said he should do is that he should write his affirmation. What are affirmations? Affirmations are anything that you affirm to be certain, and you believe that it is certain, and you believe that it happens. For instance, Muhammad Ali, when he kept on telling himself that he is the greatest, he was affirming. When you tell yourself that you are successful, you are affirming. When you tell yourself that you are broke, you are affirming. When you tell yourself that hana chelet, you are affirming. When you tell yourself that you are sick, you are affirming. When you tell yourself that you are successful, you are affirming. When you tell yourself that you can do it, you are affirming. Before you go write the test and exam while studying, that you understand what you're studying, you are affirming. Anything that is positive and negative that you use or say with your lips out loud, you are affirming. The universe works it exactly like that. Whatever it is that you say out loud to the universe, it comes back to you as a manifestation. The Bible says, as you speak because you believe. As a man thinketh, so is he, because you use your lips. The Bible also talks about that it is so amazing that a huge ship, can be directed by a small steering, which is a rudder under the ship. A horse, a great horse, can be tamed by that thing that comes in. And so as the direction of your life, it is directed by your lips. Anything that you say with your lips, with your tongue, with your mouth, you are affirming. That is the first thing. So I started drafting down my affirmations. My affirmations are: I am strong, I'm successful, I'm smart, I'm resourceful, I'm intelligent, I am loved, I am healthy, I'm wealthy, I am connected to the right people, I am the right person, I am an expert in my field, I am healthy, I am focused, I am determined, I cannot be stopped. And I apologize for this one, but I have it on my vision board. I get shit done. So anything that I get myself in, you see these affirmations. I say these affirmations every morning. I say these affirmations every night. Despite of the COVID-19 pandemic, you will get me working like crazy. I started 2 businesses already during COVID-19. I can't sleep. I don't sleep because I am always working due to my work, my affirmations. And second thing is that you need to have core beliefs. Write down your core beliefs. Your core beliefs are anything that you believe it is true to you. So core beliefs are how you view your life, how you view the world, how you view others. If I view myself as a very successful entrepreneur, that is how I'm going to look at myself and carry myself. If I view the world as a very resourceful, beautiful place that I live in, Bloemfontein is a very blessed city. It's filled with opportunities. That's how I believe. That's how I behave. Wherever I go, I'm looking for opportunities. So those are beliefs. Anything that I believe which is true, you cannot convince me, because those are my core beliefs. My core values are things that I put above anything else. If I value health, anything that I do, it is directed to health. If I value money, anything that I do is directed to money. So anything that I value, I prioritize. The Bible also shares about where your heart is, your treasure will be there also. So if my value is with family, then my heart will be connected to family. Anything that I do is family. Like now, my contacts say that I'm the most busiest person they know, because I value work. I see work as a blessed, godly, diligent thing that I need to do on this planet. I cannot just be sitting with my hands between my legs and watching TV the whole day. I have to get busy. So like I said, you have to, once you have drafted these 3 things down, your affirmations, anything that you're affirming, your core values and your core beliefs, then it is much more easier and simpler for you to draft down your vision board, because your vision board will be aligned to anything that you believe is true, anything that you prioritize, and also who you say you are, right? According to your words of affirmation. Now, a vision board is a mood board, right? When you're in the mood of being happy, when you're happy, you're in a mood. When you're angry, you're in a mood. When you discouraged, you are in a mood. When you're encouraged, you're in a mood. One of the speakers, Fanafikile, was like, you need to start laughing at your situations. Like, for instance, a lot of businesses are shut down. A lot of businesses are losing money. And he was like, it's like, I get ready for show. Blind. You understand? What you're doing is that, and also I loved what he was saying. He was talking about programming, how you are programmed, it influences your emotions. Your emotions influences your behavior influences your results. So my programming, my thinking, which will be determined by what I see every single day, right? Your vision board, your affirmations, your core values, your core beliefs. That programming influences your what's this, your emotions. So which are your mood. So if I'm happy every single morning and every single day, my brother, my sister, you cannot tear me down. Whether you reject me or not, I'll still come back to you. If you don't take me, I'll go find another person that will work with me. If you betray me, I'll go find someone else that will support me. You understand? Because of a mood, I cannot be broken down. I am resourceful. I am strong. I am great. I'm determined. I'm focused. I get shit done. Sorry about that again. Because these are things that I affirm myself as. I will get something done. I will learn something. I will get, you might making sense. So the more I see this vision, my mood keeps on getting better every single time. If I get rejected, I look at my vision board and my vision board says, hey, Mona, you said that you are going to have a GTO Ford muscle car in the next 10 years. So simply because I'm walking everywhere today does not mean that I'm not going to get there. So my attitude today determines what am I going to achieve in the next 10 to 15 years. You understand? So my mood changes. And also it affirms one's dreams and desires. Your vision board affirms your dreams and desires. If you dream and desire to have the six pack and have it there, everything that you do, it affirms the six pack, period. And also it serves as a source of inspiration. Now there's a difference between inspiration and perspiration. It serves as a source of inspiration. When you look at it, you become inspired. But also at the same time, you need to get going. You need to work. Why? Because perspiration gets things done. Me praying hallelujah and getting, oh Father, please bless me with a house does not mean that I'm going to get a house if I don't work. Because like I said, work is godly. Work is a godly principle. You need to work, you need to work, you need to work. So your vision board tells you what time you need to wake up, what time you need to sleep, where you need to be, who you need to be with, like Dr. Lichuti was talking about, your environment, your family, your friends, and also Metoni, Mamtembu, I think she was also sharing about that too. Your environment and the people that you work with, they actually influence the person that you become. Fanafikilo was also sharing that as a programming. Your programming is influenced by the people and the environments that you are around with. You understand? So that, so your vision board is like, it's basically a direction of the life that you said and claim that you want, and that is where you're going. And then what does your vision board help you with? So this is a list. Number one, it creates a clarity of your dreams. If I'm dreaming of a beautiful, lovely house, right? It's vague. It has to be clear. So basically, how does that become clear? Either I'm going to use words or pictures. So in terms of pictures, I'm going to look at them. I'm going to look on the internet. I'm going to go through what's this, magazines, to look at these beautiful homes and be like, damn, this is the house that I want. Right? So the dream, it becomes clear. So also, before I jump into anything else, I will also like to go back to what Dr. Lichuti was talking about. It is a structured approach. All right, your vision or your vision board becomes your structured approach. So basically, you don't become haphazard in what you're doing. You become focused. It is structured. This is how we do things. In business, we use the word systems. And also we use the word operations. This is how your business operates. This is how your business systems work. Business systems, business systems, steers are not the same. They're different. Why? Because they're structured according to the goals, according to the industry, according to the business that it runs, and so forth. So number two, it creates better intentions for what you want to achieve. When you are not intentional, being intentional is having that affirmed spirit, right? Like we were saying, like I was saying, Muhammad Ali, every time when he was saying, I am the greatest, he was being intentional about knocking whoever's opponent is so that he becomes the greatest. He's intentional about that. He's intentional. I want you to get it. He's intentional. For instance, Majida, my sister Omontla hater, right? And say that you're single. My sister Omontla hater. I was actually telling someone this, that your initiative is a form of commitment, because it shows that you're intentional in what you're doing. So the minute you approach something, the minute you initiate, you're saying that you're committing to achieve whatever is that your intention or your motive was, right? So it becomes an intention of what you want to achieve. The minute you have that vision board down or that picture down, it becomes an intention for you to achieve what is that you said you are going to achieve. And another point is that it boosts motivation and productivity. You can have the most baddest day in your life. You can have the worst day. You can have a day you woke up happy, and then someone maybe a bit or stuck like I did last night, and you can't sleep, you can't do anything. But the minute I woke up, and then I get a vision board, and I was like, I'm going to be motivating people on how to be motivated and inspired so that they don't stop because of a finger being stuck. I have to have an upbeat spirit. That doesn't stop me. That makes me even have to continue and even do more, because one finger cannot stop the whole body or even the mind from progressing. You get what I'm saying? And then also it gives better focus and determination. You become focused and determined in the goal that you have set for yourself. Like we were saying, a vision board is a structured approach. Once everything is structured, you hit the nail. It increases chances of success. Now listen, I understand that we're talking to business people. When you're a business person and you're telling me that you want to achieve $1 million in the next 3 years, and then I ask you, what are your goals for the first 3 years, and every month, right? And also as a small business consultant, when I'm speaking to these entrepreneurs, I talk to them and I ask them, so what is do you want to achieve this month? How much money do you want to achieve? And not just also revenue or profit, I'm talking also about expenses. How much money do you want to spend on? And also, how are you going to work around that, right? So if you're not focused on your goals, it doesn't, your increased your chances of success are not that set, right? But because you have these goals down, you have your vision board down, it increases your chances of success. Not having a vision board does not mean that you're not going to succeed. That is not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that having a vision board, it increases. You understand? This is a cup of coffee, and the coffee is here basically. So if Kitsela Hisa, I'm increasing the content of the coffee in the mug, right? So having a vision board, it increases the chances of your success. It increases the content of information. It increases the content of motivation. It increases the content of inspiration, right? And also, most importantly, it increases the intention of succeeding in whatever it is that you said you want to have. So moving right along, it makes more, you make more positive and happy decisions. It plays a role of mental rehearsal. Repetition is the mother of all success. When you repeat your affirmations, when you repeat your core values, when you repeat your core beliefs, and also you keep on looking at your vision board every single time, it becomes a mental rehearsal. The decisions that you make subconsciously, you go at them like you're more hungry, you're more determined. When I'm telling you that when you say that, no, I want to lose 35 pounds, and I'm like, dude, ke lakatsa skambani, ke lakatsa pizza, ke lakatsa McDonald's, ke lakatsa braai, ke lakatsa eng. Because your mental rehearsal is stuck on losing 35 pounds, you're not going to make the decision now you're joining me for a braai. You're going to be thinking, I need to lose weight, right? And also, vision board is visualizing as one of the most powerful tools that is available to everyone, to create a higher and better chances to achieve great success in life. When you're having a vision board is a form of visualizing. That there's a difference between seeing and looking, right? When I'm looking at something, like for instance, I'm in a room now, I'm looking at a lot of things, but what I see white, because there's a white cup right in front of me. You get what I'm saying? Or rather, actually, it's the other way around. I'm looking at a white cup, but I see a lot of things around me. Now, visualizing is looking directly at this one thing, but you can see a lot of things in one room. In my background right now, you can see a lot of things, but I want you to look at me while I'm talking to you. You get what I'm saying? So it visualizing is I'm visualizing myself being in that space in a boardroom. I'm visualizing myself standing in a wide window in a tall building, and all I see are businesses that I run. I'm visualizing myself standing in the garage or a port where all my cars, my Ferrari, my Bentley, my Lamborghini, my Range Rover, my XL, whatever it is, that's your visual. You are visualizing that. The problem is that if you don't visualize where you're going, you get stuck on where you are and where you used to be. You need to visualize more on where you're going. Coach Ella was talking about, what does success look like to you? What do you want? A friend of mine, you always like saying this: what you want, what you really want, is always underneath of what you say you want. So if I say that I want success, there's something that I really, 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 really want, which I need to define. If I want to have a family, what I really, really, really want is a place or a sense of belonging. Am I making sense? So I would like to share something, a very nice, powerful story. But it's something that I was once part of. Okay, before I share what you need for you to have a vision board. 2016, I joined a program called Entrepreneurship Development Program by University of the Free State, and also organized by HD Holdings, and it is an entrepreneurship training and development company. So 2016, I joined the Entrepreneurship Development Program at University of the Free State Business School, and the first class was personal development session class, and we were given two pieces of paper. So I think it would be this size of papers, and one marker with two small portions of Bostik. And the ladies were like, on this piece of paper, write one word that you want desperately, above anything else. So people were writing, I want 5 million, or I want 50 million, or I want a machine that produces whatever material. I want to get married. You need to write one thing. And my thing, I wrote prosperity. So I wrote prosperity on the board, on the piece of paper, prosperity. And then they were like, take that piece of paper, Bostik, and we bear the highest that you can go. So I'm short, or rather, let me say I was short at the time. Right now, I'm just average height. So I took the piece of paper, and the trick of this thing is that you needed to put it as high as you can go. So I took the piece of paper, and I saw people climbing on top of tables. Others were organizing chairs, so that babe this piece of paper on a wall, right? As highest as I can go, prosperity. And then they were like, okay, that's great. This is what you wrote, prosperity. And then the second piece of paper, write what you are going to use, or what will help you, or what will be a source of you achieving prosperity. And people were writing, if I want 5 million, what will help me or get me there will be starting a business. If I want to be happy, what will get me there will be surrounding myself with positive people. So I wrote, if I want prosperity, I put it as high as I can go. I'm going to write association. Association meaning people or anything that I am connected to that defines me for who I am, or anything that reflects to who I am. There's a saying that birds of the same feather flock together, or birds of the same feather fly together. So if I hang around smart and intellectual people, I am bound to be smart or intellectual because my environment is going to influence my programming. If I hang around people that are successful and they're millionaires, I am going to be successful and a millionaire because they influence my programming. So I wrote down affirmation, what's this? Association, right? And then they were like, okay, I can obey the prosperity as high as you can go. Now take this one and put it right on top of that. right? So because ke palame ditulo to put the first paper, no tshwanetse ke palame ditafole ke be mo godimo ga setulo so that ke kgone go bear right on top of that too. Now the moral of this, or the point of this, was saying the greatest work comes before the results. It's the same thing with business. Before utla profit, when you do in your balance sheet and also your financial statements, before you understand exactly how much profit you have from your revenue, you have to eliminate the expenses, and you realize for him, so business in costing for 1.3 million more, or maybe 35,000, or maybe 2.5 million, or whatever, 2,300. It does not matter the amount of money. You realize that you're working 3 times as hard, you're losing 5 times as you usually would. You're losing a lot of relationships, you're losing a lot of health and peace and all these things before you can even say that you have achieved it. Hence they say that before you get 15 years of experience, you have to go through the 15 years. So my point is, you say that you want to achieve this thing, right? You have to draft these things, and inspiration is not enough. You need to work hard. You need to be intentional. You need to wake up every single morning. You need to work every day. Bula besaga, like do something. Don't just sit. Do something. Vision, think, talk to people, ask questions. Advise. Guide. Dream as high as you can go. Read books, travel, do things, if I'm making sense. So without cutting and going, I can talk the whole day about this. So what do you need for you to design a vision board? And I call it designing or building your vision board, right? You need an A4, an A1, or even or A0 page or poster, in there as big as it can be, so that it should distract you. It should be a big board or a big piece of paper, wherever it is that you go, so that you see in there also at a place where you see it most of the time. Maybe in your bedroom, maybe in the fridge, anywhere that you most likely to see this thing. And then secondly, so that you cut pictures, or a house, a car, a family, a business, anything that you want to have on your vision board. Thirdly, you need a tape or pens or boss stick, anything that picture that you just cut out. Maybe glue stick. And then another thing is, don't forget to get pictures of items that symbolizes what you want. It does not make sense if Dubai mara ke beile Cuba, ko Los Angeles mara ke beile India, ke batla go nna le a successful business ke apere disutu mara ke beile a farmer. There that in you wena we visualize our way bona, and also that is not influenced by other people. Abla wa kampela abatla go nna abatla go driver an A8 block o batla go driver A7 Audi. I can go buy Audi da. Like a motor Ford Ranger. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be putting a 1969 Ford pickup truck. Da. Get no buy your name because I'm a Ford lover. I love Ford. Get like about Ford driver Audi. You understand? So blah about Audi and like about Ford come vision board, because I want to drive it. I want to drive a Ford. I want to own a Ford. Right? So anything that symbolizes or this is what I want. People buy on my vision board, right? And you can design it however way you want. I mean, I've seen vision boards, but I'm not a more of a picture person. So I use words basically to clarify what is that I want. So get a bad picture NOC, go Pretoria in the 7 rooms, 7 bedrooms, 15 toilets. Does not matter, you understand? So because that's how I see my vision board. Other people body picture hela, because that's how they visualize how their vision looks like. And do I have a vision board? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I couldn't upload I couldn't upload the document, but I will show you on my phone. Okay, where's the screen? Yeah, this is my vision board. So I will tell you what my vision board has. My vision board on the first page, it says it has spiritual health. Basically, I categorized everything according to the wellness, the dimensions of wellness. My spiritual health, my mental health, my relationship, my psychological health, my physical health, my career, my financial, and also my do's and haves. My do's are life's experiences. I want to experience these things in life. Some of them would be attend annually rugby and soccer international games. I don't like soccer, but I'm going to be attending it anyway because I want to be one of those people who want to Cristiano Ronaldo. You understand? Like I want to attend such things. Eat out at most expensive restaurants and hotels. That is what I want to experience in life. Attend annual international festivals. Attend annual international seminars. And in the things that I want to have, which are possessions, I want to have my own place, which is an apartment, an open space apartment, the entire floor. I want the entire floor. I want to have a motorcycle, a Harley Davidson. I want to have a Yorkshire Terrier, which is a pet. It's a dog. I don't know if you can see it. I want to have this dog. You can see it on my Instagram. I love this dog. It's beautiful. And also, it's a beautiful dog. And also, one of the things that I want to have is that, which is fashion like, I want to have a British entire wardrobe of male wear. So the reason why I say you need to have this, number one, like we said, we're going beyond COVID-19. We're in a very unprecedented, something that we don't even know when it's going to end. And it brings uncertainty. It brings anxiety. It brings depression. It discourages people. People get stuck. I was talking to a friend of mine. The number has increased of people that are committing suicide now because of isolation. People don't like to be isolated. So before I went back to my vision board, I was stuck in bed, depressed, being anxious on what's going to happen. And then I kept on reminding myself of my vision board. I kept on reminding myself of my affirmations. I kept on reminding myself of my core values and my core beliefs. And I promise you, I started a business 2 weeks later, and the business is growing now. People are even, I couldn't wake up this morning because of this thing. I couldn't sleep. People knocked on my door so that I opened. So basically, I'm more encouraged and more determined to wake up every morning to do something because of my vision board, because of my core values, because of my affirmations, and because of my core beliefs. If I can do it, if Dr. Lichuti can do it, and other speakers have been sharing, talking about your mindset, if you can have and program your mind differently, consistently, working on your mind every single day, I promise you, anything won't be too hard for you. The Bible, there's a writer in the Bible, is there anything too hard for the Lord? There isn't, but is there anything too hard for you? If you have this in a vision board, there won't be anything too hard for you, according to your affirmations. Because like I said, one of my affirmations, get shit done. Once you get shit done, you don't stop. Because if you're putting something before me, I will get it done. Because my affirmation is I get shit done. My affirmation is I'm focused. My affirmation is I'm determined. My affirmation is I'm strong. My affirmation is I'm creative. My affirmation is I'm knowledgeable. My affirmation is I am the right person for the job. You can put me in events management. You can put me in construction. You can put me in strategies. Wherever you put me, I am the right person for the job because I say I am. I deem it I am. Like Muhammad Ali, I am the greatest and no one will knock me out. Thank you very much. And that was me closing. Datumdawu. Datumdawu mutile sound. Sound, mutile sound, akania. Okay. Yes, sir.
I'm sitting in my moments right now. I'm sitting in my moments. I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing. I have family that I'm loyal to. Mara family ya ka ngudela morao tata. Family ya ka investa ka mokgo ke senang eng. How do I start? Oh, before I ask the question, who is in right now? What did COVID-19 put you through? Please share with us what you're doing and where you started because of COVID-19.
Okay, I think I'll answer two of those questions. Number one, the first question was, I have a family and family. I'm a very bold person. So when I drafted my vision board, I put it more kakamori. And because like my family, my friends, the cousins, and I wanted them to see it. And also, I shared it with my friends. I mean, one of my friends, I told him, I think it was 3 years ago, that I wanted to write a book. And he was like, Nja, nakoyaya, book I should the first chapter. The reason why I did this is because I wanted to challenge my environment, whether I have the right people in my circle. And also, I wanted my circle to challenge me when I'm slacking. So if familiar can what I do is that I don't listen. Period. I've conditioned my mind so much that I don't allow anyone that takes me back to what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like working with people most of the time, is because how I visualize things, and I think Fanafikile said it better. Your programming is influenced by your family, your friends, your loved ones, your colleagues, your siblings, and you get what I'm saying. Your programming is influenced by people, and your vision or what you want to or what you desire is influenced by people also. So my friend, is either you move out, it is either you teach them how to treat you, how to talk to you, how they should regard you, like Dr. Lichutu was talking about self-concept. I think you need to teach people how to talk to you, how to talk about you, how to treat you, basically, because we're different. And so that also it leads to what I am doing right now, and the effect of COVID-19. I was in the entertainment space. I was working with and for an events management company called Gig Culture. Immediately after the disaster speech, all the events were cut down. There's no, like, we're not working currently. No events are held, nothing. So I'm not getting any income. I'm not working. I'm not doing anything. And luckily, because of the affirmation, because of the associations that I have in the business that I was currently doing for business consulting, I started going back to it and started engaging with one of my friends. And one of my friends called Lebohang Matlabe, who's also one of the speakers, who's going to be talking on the topic, strategies. He was like, dude, why don't you do a webinar, your vision board? At the time, I wasn't really interested in doing it because I was so concerned with getting busy. And once I did that, once I did the vision board, it's like my mind narrowed on what is that I wanted to achieve. And I went back to my vision board. Because like I said, before you even came, I was depressed, I was anxious on what is happening, right? Because we're hearing people talking about coronavirus, we told for mask, how can we contract this thing? And even people have it, right? So currently right now, what I'm doing is that I have a business which serves coffee and tea. We call it hot station. So winter, obviously, so we serve people coffee and tea, muffin soup, fed cook means, scones, sandwiches. So I started a business, and also I went back to my previous business, cook drinks. I'm doing business consulting. I have a Men Up initiative. We're talking to men. We as men, we engaging each other in the basis of health, whether it's financial relationships, whatever it might be, careers, twin studies, whatever it is. So I'm basically right now, and also I'm one of the speakers of the first annual Online Entrepreneurship Survival Summit. So I'm very privileged because of my vision board that I can really work on what I'm doing now. And if people don't believe it, I don't have to convince anyone. Because someone actually told me before you start speaking, someone said that if you're trying to convince people, you're wasting time. You're not focused on people that are already convinced. So I'm done. I started stop convincing people on what I want, stop convincing people on what I'm busy with, rather than working with people who are already convinced so that I can work closely with them. So yeah.
Since when you have mentioned in that Rakaore, a lot of things that you're doing right now, they are voices of friends and they are voices from your loved ones. What is your approach to friends? How do you choose the right friend?
Okay. This will come from a story. Actually, this is what happened once. It's 4 years ago. I was sitting in a car with my close friends, and at the time, guys, because at the time, we were always talking about the same thing. And driving around not doing anything. So it was always the same things. We're driving around every single time. And then this one time, one of my friends, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Because they already knew the kind of person that I am. Like, what's another friend, Brian? Brian, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So Brian gave a response in dismiss. And then I realized, these guys are not serious. And what I said to them that evening, guys, if this is the last time then and I promise you, that was the last time we were in the same spot together, in the same car. That was the last time. 2 years later, one of the guys who was in the car just to check in. 2 years later, what are you doing? How are you eating? Organize a shelter beer. And 2 years later, 2 years later. And I was like, thank God I told these guys, for I'm done with them. And this is how I deal with anything else. If I tell myself I'm done with this thing because it's not progressing. Because again, another thing is that my deepest fear, I don't fear death, Askis. I don't fear death. I don't fear being broke. I don't fear being the stupidest person in the room. The only fear that I have is being at the same spot next year during this time. So 36, it's June next year, and I'm still at the same spot. That is my fear. I fear not progressing, right? So that is how I deal with people. If people are not going to support me, I cut them off. If people are not going to help me become a better person, I cut them off. The people, these are people that challenge me, like Motaung, like Thapelo, Motaung, with these great initiatives and platforms that he's creating. And also as a coach, he encourages us so much. And look what he's doing now. At one spot, and he's like, guys, let's become better men and let's become better people in our community and also in the world. These are people that I want to hang around with, people that challenge me, people that understand what is that I want to achieve. So if my family, if my friends don't support me, I cut them off because they don't understand the vision that I have, and I don't want to die broke. I don't want to die at the same spot that I was last year and 10 years ago. And also I have a book that I need to write anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask a question. We are a society that is conscious of losing things. There's a word that I believe in that say, if you don't lose things, you don't grow. How do you take criticism? How do you deal with losing people in your life?
One of the characteristics of an entrepreneur is that you need to ask questions and take advices. I am a good example of that. I take any criticism by my good leader, my good coach. I take any criticism. I take criticism in my health. I take criticism in my finances. I take criticism in my knowledge. I take criticism and I accept it because no man is an island. And also this is how I take it also as a suggestion. Whatever that you say is a suggestion on whether I'm going to apply what you're saying or not. But mostly criticism is like, it is like this is how I take it. It's like an eagle, someone that is viewing what I don't see, right? If I'm here at low ground and you are giving criticism, this is how I view it. Like you're seeing something that I don't see. So therefore, I'm not going to reject you for what you say. I'm going to come back, introspect, and check like, and if it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, ask ease. But well, to me, obviously, but I accept criticism, my good leader. I accept it 100%. My door is open for criticism. I welcome criticism. I embrace criticism. And obviously, there has to be constructive criticism, not negativity, demolishing, discouraging, people bringing you down all the time. But I welcome criticism. I embrace it. I embrace it. I love it. I love it so much because it brings growth.
Leader, thank you very much. Let me, on behalf of the heavyweight class that allowed me to invite you, I'm so grateful that you came and you water our seeds of knowledge. So let me read what people have said. Right. Wow, guys, I think next time when you come on Zoom, please try to rename your entrance to the room, because now it has the alphabet thing, but I don't know who is it, but he said yes, I get S done unapologetically. Thank you, sir. That Amogelang, I'm sitting. I'm no one, and I want to be someone. One thing that I believe in is your vision board is an energetic picture that drives you despite how many challenges you come across. But a generation e batlang ho ya hole, mara e sa hole. Ke qala jwang ho ihodisa ke le motho? Ke qala jwang ho ihodisa ke le motho? Ke qala jwang ho nka diqeto tse mo hodisang for motho e ke batlang ho meya leboteng la?
To answer that question, I'm going to go back to how I started. I think also it has to be. Let me do this in my head right now. This is what I'm picturing as a driver. I think majority of us can drive. When you're in a car, when you're in a steep and you're the one that is driving or sitting next to someone that is driving, o tla bona mo steeping for a ko le eme still for e tsamaye o tlo simula pele a ba mo 1, right? It tlo simula pele initially simula mo 1 so that it catches speed, right? It moves. And then we bamo 2 so that it catches momentum, and then we bamo 3 so that it moves faster, right? So the first gear would be meditation. Meditate. You either meditate or you get yourself in a place of rest. And then you drop when you wake up or when you're done meditating, or create a piece of paper and a pen. You write down the things that you want, and obviously these things that you want will be influenced by the people that you hang around with, the books that you read, the things that you watch, the places that you go, and people that you're learning a lot from. I have a lot of mentors, and majority of my mentors, I think, they are millionaires now. So, and you have to understand that millionaires wake up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. By 6 o'clock, meditate. By 6 o'clock, one of my mentors is encouraging me to read at least 3 books a week, 3 books a month. And I'm still stuck on reading 1 book. But what I'm saying is that is not me being stuck. That is me moving. And also the people that you hang around with, Majida, but like your friends, people that you talk to on a daily basis. If these people don't encourage you, if these people don't move you, you're most likely going to be at the same spot. I mean, think about it. And also you need to move. You need to move around. You need to move around. Before I drafted my first vision board, I didn't travel outside Bloemfontein in 10 years. After drafting down my vision board that I wanted to travel at least to more than 20 places, I traveled to 13 in 1 year. I went to PE, Cape Town, Johannesburg, Pretoria, Thapelo, to Kimberley, Eastern Cape, Kwakwa. I've been to Kwakwa, I've been to Velkom. You understand, to more than 13 places in 1 year after drafting my first vision board. I worked with a lot of people, and mostly every time the people that I work with are the most smartest people that I have. I regard myself as stupid, so that when I'm in a room working with people, I learn. I learn whatever topic, whether it's politics, economics, strategies, entrepreneurship, whatever it is, I learn. And also, drafting a vision board does not mean that everything is already done. You have to start one step at a time. Don't rush yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. You're not better. No one is better than you, and you're not better than anyone. Stay in your lane. Don't compare yourself with people. Do whatever that you can do, as little as you can, one step at a time, one day at a time, and always believe that one person will lead you to the next person. One thing will always lead you to the next thing. So don't get stuck.
Wow. Next time, when you tell people where you have been, please include Botswana, include Nigeria, include Texas, because the platform
Cuba.
is taking you there. Say.
Yes, sir.
Platform is taking you there. This is conversation with winners. This is conversation with winners. Until such a time, you start blocking your time and spending time having conversation with winners, you will never go anywhere. Say,
Yes, sir.
thank you very much. Let me read this other comment also from fellow attendees. I also have a vision board. I paint my future with a vision board. Comfortability is the thief of success. Look,
Definitely.
we cannot get anywhere where we cannot send our mind. Invite me.
Sure.
Thank you very much. That vision board works. For my first vision board, let me read it. Vision board works. For my first vision board, I put an aeroplane, and since then I have flown, and I've never paid for a ticket with my money. Jesus Christ.
Hey, yo. Look at such vision board. Sure. Yo. Yo.
And he has never taken his body there.
He has never even paid. Sure.
I can assure you, the mind is paying for the body's presence in that place. Hey, people are buzzing off. Affirmation. The power of association. We need to stretch our minds by hanging out with movers and shakers in our environment. Affirmation, core beliefs, core values. I'm definitely going back to the drawing board. Look, we have said it at the beginning of this summit. Whatever that we have planned is no longer workable. Whatever that we have strategized is no longer deployable. But we have to develop new ways. We are new how we look every day. But why that you can't but watching every day. But watching that every day. But people don't change how they think every day. The state of getting poor as a black person is their state of mind. Is their state of mind. Thank you very much for watering the seeds of knowledge. This is such an amazing initiative. Amogelang Modise has not only empowered my business but helped me develop me a visionary. Absolutely correct. We need to spend time with visionaries. Challenge comfortability. It has been an amazing 6 days of the summit. And look, we are closing the mindset chapter with a bang. That was I can never, I can never say enough. But thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Can I take a picture of a car and put it in my wall and not fear that I will not make it?
Can you take a picture of a car and do what?
Yes. And put it in my wall and not fear that I won't make it.
My good leader, you are definitely going to make it. If I can put a picture of an aeroplane and travel flying and not even pay for my own tickets, then my brother. Power of the mind. Aye.
Look, Nkewan, how na mtakasi twakwa ne? How
Yes,
na
sir.
mtakasi re startile koloi. We've been cut off 4 times from the
Sure.
station, but we came back. We woke up in the morning and canvassed the guys to come and sit with us, so then they can learn from your utterance.
Yes,
Say,
sir.
I
Thank
vow.
you.
Thank you very, very much for
And I
blessing
think
us with your wisdom.
I thank the brothers also for joining in, and also the speakers that you have invited. I mean, this is I'm overwhelmed. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
We are created in ways. Ways cannot be casual. Ways, they have a power of presence. So that's why we took time to make sure that we arrange the best aspect to speak with you guys. For tomorrow is Sunday. We're giving you time to meditate for the content that you have banked for 6 days. Next week, Monday, we're kicking off, but we're focusing now on business systems. And we're looking forward to the president and Thapelo as he will be watering our seeds of knowledge. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Please, guys, like I always say, if by midday on Monday you don't get the link, please shout out so then we can send you a link chat in. Remember the WhatsApp number is 083 2140047. 083 2140047. That Amogelang, in closing, how do we get hold of you? What do you have for us? What can you offer us?
My good leader, I can offer myself. I can offer myself. I'm like I said, I'm involved in a lot of things. I'm involved in a lot of businesses. I'm involved in a lot of initiatives. I'm involved in a lot of organizations. What I try to do as much as possible is to capture whatever content that I'm currently busy with at the time, whether it's to motivate someone, whether it's to share my thoughts, whether it's to I can even share the presentation that I've worked out for today. I can even share it by people sending me messages on either on Instagram or Facebook or even on WhatsApp. My Instagram is at amo_modise. My Facebook, Amogelang Modise. I can give you my WhatsApp numbers or you can share them 084 449 5439. 084 449 5439. I can share everything that I have with people. That's what I mean, Dr. Lichuti once said that having a Mercedes-Benz and not helping people, you're just equipped. But the minute you have a Mercedes-Benz and help other people, you are blessed. That's the difference. I want to be blessed. I want to offer what I have.
But to say it because they don't understand the power of words that they use. Blessing is not physical, but blessing is spiritual. Whatever that we give you people now, difference in your life. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you,
Ladies
sir.
and gentlemen, my name is Motaung Thapelo, and I'm known as the Big Dreamer. Like I always say, this is a call, and I've said yes to the call. So please tune in. Monday we starting, tomorrow we're giving you a time off. But along as you meditate, remember, you are the best and unbeatable element of success, and nothing will put you down. Remember that we're saying, you have to be stronger than any obstacle that you come across. Blessed weekend further, and please stay safe for us, and please start to feed yourself what will make you profitable. Please invite friends on Monday. Let's start to influence people around us so then we can build a better economy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.